I'm up here in North Georgia mountains. I'm getting out of here a little bit late this morning, but I'm gonna make a little midday hunt. I got a camera, 2 cameras back here. I'm gonna check and go to sit in the woods for a few hours, see what I can see. Might have underestimated how cold it is. You don't want to get your feet wet. I'm gonna try real hard to do that. Success. It's a gorgeous morning up in the mountains. This little stream right here, park right there. This trail right here runs all the way from where we park right there. And then it runs all the way to the second tallest waterfall in Georgia. First waterfall west of here. But it's probably about 2 miles from the trailhead if you keep going up that way. I was out here about 6 months ago on this place doing some scouting. I came across this old stand that's in the woods. Look, it's in pretty good shape, so I'm gonna try to hike into that. Maybe sit in that stand for a little bit. It's about 9 o'clock now. On for a couple hours. I'm probably less than half a mile down this trail right here. I'll come across this. It's like an old scrape right there. That's a good sign. I think they're in here. Actually, a couple months ago when I pulled the camera, both the cameras actually, that were on this creek right here. That's some really nice bucks on camera. Probably some 8s and some 10s. 2.5-year-old bucks probably. Back up in here. But let's see. Let's see if they're still here and they're still roaming. Daylight hours. Let's get across the bear side. I don't know too much about bears. Never even got one actually. But that looks like a pretty small bear to me. I mean, know what you guys think. Nice little campsite right there. That old stand's right over here. My suspicion is it was set up to watch this creek crossing right here. It's all open woods through here, so probably a pretty decent spot. But today, that wind's coming out of the northwest blowing this way, so my suspicion is this deer crossing right here coming from this way and going that way towards the stand, so it may not be a good spot to hunt this morning. You see deer tracks right there, so that's definitely where they're crossing. So far, I'm backing in here now. Going to load the gun up, but technically, you're not supposed to walk on this trail to load a gun, so the gun's not loaded till we got here, so I'm going to put a few shells in there. Good old 30-06. Been hunting with this thing for 20 years. I got a camera right there. I'm looking at it right now. Last time I was in here, I realized this camera had been off for 3 months. It's overlooking a natural shooting lane right here. There's animals coming across it like that, so I think for the next couple of hours, I'm gonna sit right here on that shooting lane, take the camera, and then move on to the next camera, and probably head back out of here. Let's see what we got. Moves on. Got the card out. I'm gonna go up here, find me a spot to sit. Hunt right here for a little bit. So I found a nice little spot to sit right here. I can look down the shooting lane. I can also cover that creek crossing right there. See whatever's coming from this way, and hopefully I get most of this covered. So I sat there for about an hour. Didn't see anything. The wind's howling pretty good. So it's probably not working in my favor, but I got another camera up here. Another spot. Last time I was in here about 2 months ago, I saw a bear on the side of that mountain. So I'm gonna go up there and check that out. So you got to the top of this ridge right here. I'm way down by the creek. And I'm sitting there looking at all this pig sign. Check that out. All that right up to there. They've been tearing this ridge up. These just pigs are in here. Just gotta find them. Check out that big old tree. I was in here in this part of the place about 6 months ago. Came across this old climber. Look at that right there. There's no telling how long it's been there. That joker looks old. Oh, the stories they could tell. Just came across this nice scrape right here. See if the camera can see it. This scrape right here. Oh, this right here. Nice little scrape. Also found some deer pelts over here. Look pretty fresh. That trail cam I got right over there. Such a good spot. Definitely have to come back and hunt this. So after I checked the trail cam right there, that second trail cam came across a scrape right there. Not very far from the camera actually. But last time I was in here, I saw a bear on the bottom of that ridge over there. Up in one of those trees. So I'm gonna hike my way over there to that bottom of that ridge. Hunt along it, and I get back out to that main trail and back to the truck. So we're back to where we started. It's the first creek we crossed. Main trail's right over there. So I didn't see any wildlife, no bears, no deers, no pigs. Saw some squirrels. But got to check the 2 trail cams. I'm sure they're loaded with footage. I forgot my card reader at home, so I don't know what's on them yet. But hard to have a bad day when you get to spend a little time in the woods. But appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one.